Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. So, this video is not, it doesn't have a theme. I'm just gonna talk and get some stuff off my chest. And whatever you take from me, you take from it. Okay. Usually, I've been on YouTube for a long ass fucking time. Next year, it'll be like 10 years, bitch. Lord, 10 fucking years. One of my subscribers told me that she's been watching me since she was 13 and she's like 22 now. That is fucking epic. And she just shared some of her favorite videos and just moments where she couldn't put what she meant into words because she hadn't had enough life experience to talk about things. And I would make a video and she would share it with her mother because I would explain it because I knew how to explain it because I lived it way better than she could. And she would show her mother a video that I did. And oh my God, just that affirmation of my work. And things like this have happened since I've been on here, but it's just, that to me is that affirmation of the reason why I do this. I didn't do this to become popular, and I'm not popular. I only have like 10,000 subscribers. I didn't do this. That's why I don't post all the damn time. I post when I feel like doing it and when I have something to say. But the reason why I do what I do, even the work, like the advocacy work that I do outside of, the internet, the reason why I do what I do is because I feel like I have something to offer to help the next generation or somebody in maybe a situation that I was in that I learned from. And hey, maybe me telling you something about me would help you. So having that affirmation of my work is a beautiful thing. Anyway, so I say all that to say this. I've been on here for a long dang on time. And technically, you guys have seen me grow into a mature woman. I was a young woman when I started this. And now I'm not an old woman, but I've grown into my womanhood so much more deeply. When you guys first met me, I was 26. Yeah, I was in my mid-20s, and now I'm in my mid-30s. And I was 26. And I've had a lot of life that I lived prior to being 26. And so many things have happened. And so the stories that I would give y'all were lessons that I had learned throughout that early part of my life, experience that I've had, that matured me faster than other normal 26-year-olds. So when I came to YouTube, unlike other people that were trans, they were sharing you their physical transition. Not everybody, but most people was sharing you how long they've been on T, how long they've been on E, how long, what happens before and after with this surgery, and kind of the physical part, and talking about that kind of stuff. I was already transitioned. You see what I'm saying? So for a long time at that point, at 26, 10 fucking years, 10 plus years before that, I was already doing what I do, being who I am. So I had a lot of lived experiences that a lot of people in the YouTube world hadn't had. But I still wasn't a woman. Like, I was a woman in the sense of I had already been transitioned for a long time to that, but I'm talking about internally. And I'm not talking about I was still a man. No, I'm talking about a little girl to a woman. The maturity that happens when you are a little girl to being a teenager teenage little girl, then a young woman, and then a woman. So when y'all met me, I was a young woman who had been through enough where I was mature, but there's some stuff that I hadn't learned. Okay, there's some stuff that I hadn't experienced, some stuff that I hadn't really worked all the way through. Oprah was talking about something about when she was in her 40s. Somebody told her, either Camille Cosby or somebody told her, that when you get to your 40s, you start living for you. You start living for yourself and da 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 da. And I'm like, what? At 40? I'm like, as a trans woman, I don't know what about everybody else, but as a trans woman, I've been making this decision was for me. Like I'm going up against the world. So I can't relate to waiting till fucking 40 to live for me. I've been living for me. I couldn't imagine going all the way to 40. And I'm not 40 yet. So you went through, I done been through all this life and you went all the way to 40? 40 plus? And she was like 45 or something. I'm like, to start living for you? Like, what? But then I have to go back and think about what we were talking about with the Chimamanda stuff. I do believe being a male child gave me a level of confidence and conditioning that didn't allow me to fall into I have to live for other people. You know. And that may not be everybody else's story, but I believe that's my story. I believe that being born a male child lend my life and my personality and my decisions to be solely about me. Based on how, maleness maneuvered in my youth, even as a queer male. So anyway, so I just can't imagine being 40 something and just now figuring out live for you. So I've been living for me, doing what I want to do. When I was younger, I dealt with a lot of dudes solely based on the attention that they gave me. Like my first little crush that I talk about in The Love Beneath, Gerald. The reason why I flocked to him more than any other boys that was in my group home was because he was the one that was the most protective of me. So I was like, oh, I love you. So that's one. Then in high school, the guy that was the most protective of me, oh, I love you. Then when I met Jonathan in my early 20s, he was intimidated by, not intimidated like scary, but shy. My beauty to him was intimidating, but it didn't take away his confidence. He still approached me and talked to me and engaged with me, but he was so shy and so intimidated by me that it was like, oh, that's so sweet. You like little old me? Oh, I love you. So my love life was really motivated by this. I don't know how to describe it. It's just this feeling of, oh, me? Like almost a place of like, really? You're giving me a chance? Like I'm a trans woman and that make you feel that way about me? Oh my God, nobody ever felt that way about me. They're always trying to objectify me. Yeah, they found me sexually attractive, of course, because I'm this objectified thing. Ooh, you the best of both worlds. You got these parts and these parts. Ooh, of course, that's normal, but giving me this shy guy, or giving me these acts of service. That the dude after Jonathan, what made me fall in love with him is my love language is acts of service. You do things for me, not buy me gifts. Oh, there's a difference. Doing things that I need you to do. Like if you come over my house and take my trash out because you need because you see I need to take the trash out. Oh my God, I'm gonna be like, oh my, that's something I'm really gonna notice because you're doing something for me that I need to be done. Oh, I got some furniture I need to pick up, and you bring the truck at 10 o'clock in the morning to take me to go get my furniture. Oh my God, you must really love me. I'm that person. Acts of service really speak to my romantic heart. So, my love life has been revolved around those kind of things. And another thing, people don't talk about this as much, but escorting. Let me tell you what escorting did for me. Get real. When you start this transition, everybody is telling you, well, I don't know. Now, if you a Jazz Jennings and you got people supporting you, that might be different. But just talk about me. I didn't have anybody in my life that said, oh my God, this is a great idea. You're going to be beautiful. This is going to be great. I didn't have anybody that. Everybody said, oh, I can always tell when people are trans. They got big hands. They got big feet. They tall. It was always pointed out the trans person's flaws. Oh, I can always tell. Oh, you'll never be passable. Why would you want to do that? You're such a handsome man. Why would you? It was always, and it was different, manifest in different ways, but it was always something about why would you do this and become a clown when you can just be a pretty gay boy or a pretty gay man? It was never promoted, or it was never something that was a source of, oh my God, I think you'll be great at it, or not that it's a job, but it was never encouraged. So you decide to live your truth, and then the only people who are acknowledging your womanhood are either these dudes who are objectifying you, or clients who are also objectifying you. But these free dudes, they all the same. Just some are free and some are not free. These clients who are coming to spend their hard-earned money to come and worship your body, acknowledging the woman that you are, literally seeing, even though they're objectifying you, they are seeing your beauty. They're looking past the fact that you ain't got your titties done yet. Then when you do get your titties, oh my God, they look so nice. Oh, they're so soft. And acknowledging your advancement. Oh my God, I remember when I seen you last time, you didn't have all this. Oh, yes, they are objectifying you, but they're acknowledging what they see. They're acknowledging your progress. They're acknowledging your beauty. They're paying you, bitch. Yes, they're objectifying you, but they are paying you, giving you value, saying that you are worth my time. You are worth what I'm giving you. And even though that's still acknowledgement. And that's not a healthy acknowledgement, but it's still acknowledgement. And for me, it gave me, in that time period of my life, it made me comfortable with my body. And that is priceless, bruh. It made me comfortable with my body wherever I was, wherever it was in its stages of puberty. I call it my trans puberty. Whatever it was, they gave me the confidence to say, bitch, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm a bad bitch. I like how my titties look. I like how my ass look. I like my body. And I'm creating it the way I want it to be. And I'm going to love it. And you should love it too. So clients gave me that kind of confidence. So what has happened is I have gotten on another plane and level of metamorphosis in your life. As you go through life, you learn and grow and grow and grow. So when I realized that this is unhealthy, even though this might be a good thing that it's building your confidence because nobody else in the world is, this world is set up for Black trans women to die. And nobody cares. So when you got a world like that, you got to see the silver lining. You got to see, sometimes there's unhealthy supplements. And for me, putting value in clients' adoration of me was one of those things. But me being a self-reflective person, okay, I knew that came from an unhealthy place. So I need to find my own self-love that's not based in somebody else's opinion, blah, 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 blah. And so I decided years ago to get out of the escort business. That was in 2009. So what happens when you take away that supplement? Because everybody wants to be validated. That's just kind of like the common thread of humanity. We want to be validated, and if a bitch is saying she's not, she's lying. You may not want to be validated by the world, but you want people to see you. You want people to know you exist. You want your opinions and your thoughts, and you want to be valued and validated. So when you take that away, when you take that constant validation away, and you have to come to grips with yourself. And that's what started to happen, and coming to grips with the reality of the world. Because remember, I started escorting when I was 23 and stopped at 29-ish, somewhere around there, advertising. So in this whole 5+ year span, you have these people who are giving you thousands and thousands of dollars for your time. You're young and hot, and you're young, hot, skinny, and all these good thick. You're young and hot in the prime of your beauty years, your youthful beauty years, and you're getting all this male attention. And then you age. Every woman ages and has to come to grips with aging. So you take away these clients. You take away all these things. You get older, you get more mature, you start making more money. And now it's like, okay, now I'm ready to find love, and I'm ready to find relationships that is based in healthy. Because back then, when I was younger, I wanted a man to come in and have a good job so he can pay some bills. You know why? Because I was broke and couldn't pay my bills. So I wish I could pay my bills, but it was a struggle, hustling. But I wanted to have somebody come in and pay my bills so I can, so that was a core. Financial stability was a core perk of having a man, because you can have a team player with you that can help you pay some bills. But that kind of financial ball and chain kind of thing, being that back in the day, I thought like that, a lot of my relationships, remember I said I fall in love with people based off acts of service. There was a lot of times, especially my husband, he stayed in my life for the longest because he was the one with the coins. And anytime that I was in a down situation, he would, even though I know our relationship was unhealthy because he was a down low man, he could creep back into my psyche based on doing something that I needed. And he had the money to do it, and I didn't. And so I would equate that to him really loving me because he had the money to do these things for me, even though that was not a healthy relationship. So now that I'm a grown ass woman making my own money, I don't need that kind of validation. A dude has to really show me he loves me. It's not just, ooh, let me pay for some stuff for you. Or let me come and help pay her bills. You see what I'm saying? Come and help pay her bills, and she gonna think that I love her because I'm doing this nice stuff for her. And, you know, putting value in the things that he's doing for me. And now that I'm older, I pay all my own bills. I pay all of them. And I did before, but I don't need a man for that. So when I'm dating, I'm not looking for how much money you make, or that's important because I don't want you to be a mooch, but it's not something that I really hold on to, and you have to have that. It's now that I'm self-sufficient, that doesn't need to be a part of the resume you bring to the table. You have to show me in other ways, in your quality time and just how you treat me on an interpersonal level, not just what you do for me. But the negative side of that is, as I get older, I'm realizing more and more, now that I take that element of how to woo me, that, ooh, let me do stuff for you. Now that I have taken that element out of the equation, that is not a way a guy can woo me. That narrowed the amount. It narrowed the men who step up to the plate. Because now that I'm not looking at those tricking type of men, I'm left with these people who still are objectifying me, who still, I'm only trying to get with you because you are that taboo, freaky thing. Then it used to be, when I was broke, meeting another broke person, another a suitor who was broke, I wasn't worried about it because we both broke. So, it was super, super easy, where I'm not worried about you using me because shit, I ain't got shit for you to use. Where now, I can't just bring some bummy ass nigga home. I can't just bring you home with no kind of nothing, because then I really feel like you using me. I can't deal with that either. So it's not like it used to be where I could just find a dude. Now it's very, very difficult for me to engage with a man on a romantic level and not feel like I'm settling. I'm just seeing guys for what they are. So it's kind of scary because I feel like, the pool, as you get older, you get more wrinkles, you get fatter, your beauty fades. And I'm an intelligent woman, but niggas love beauty. As your beauty fades, the pool of quality men seems to get smaller. And you get kind of nervous. Like, do I need to prepare to be the cat lady? And you're hopeful. You're like, okay, well, I've done the work. I've done the internal work to love me for me, and work on my brain, and work on my insides, being a good person. Work on my mind being a source of beauty as well, not just a look. I've worked on getting my shit together to where I can bring my full self to this table, emotionally stable, financially stable, um, with my own hobbies, my own mindset, my own goals, you know, bringing that to the table, my full self to the table. So I'm positive in the regards that, somebody can come and work with all of that I got going on. But in this world, it just seems like the pool of men is going further and further down. So I'm like, what do I do, girl? What do I do? And I haven't experienced this. So anytime I tell y'all stories, it's because I've learned a lesson from a story. What I'm talking about now, I'm going through it. So I haven't learned this lesson. And I might not learn the lesson. It might be an ongoing life thing. Maybe an ongoing life thing that I'm just learning as I go. I don't know who I'm going to run into. I don't know. But what I do know is that who I am today, I'm way more proud of. I'm way more proud to lay it all out. This is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. Um, I think I got it going on. I think you got it going on. Um, you know, I'm not afraid to give a man his props out of fear of rejection or fear of, sometimes I know when I was younger, I wouldn't let a dude know how attractive I was to him because if it got ugly and I had to cuss his ass out, he could never say that I was on his dick. He could never say that I was jocking him or nothing because, nigga, I ain't never told you was all that. You was all on me. Playing that kind of role. But now, as a fucking grown ass woman, I can put it all out on the table. If I like you, I let you know that I like you. And I don't have to be modest. I can tell you that I think I'm all that. I think that I'm beautiful. I think that, I got it going on. And that doesn't diminish you. And, you know, and you can love it. I can love what you got going on. And we can appreciate what we both bring to the table. And, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of my mind. I'm proud of everything. I'm proud of where I'm at in life. So whatever happens, even though I would love to be in love, do so in love. Yeah, I would love to be in love, but if it doesn't happen, I'm happy. I'm happy with myself. The work that I've done to make me a better person. I'm happy with that part. So anyway, what do y'all think? What do y'all take from this conversation? This is your girl Diamond. Bye bye.